I got a phone call a number of years ago, and a woman calls me up. She says, I don't get my husband. He's 40 years old. He's a good guy. He learns, he davens, he works, he's responsible, everything. But one thing, I beg him. Every morning I find his socks on the floor. And I told him to pick him up. I begged him to pick him up. And every day they're there. And what is with this guy? What am I going to do? I said to Madam, tell me, have you ever mentioned this to him before? I told him 10,000 times. He's still... I said, okay, wait, stop. I want to tell you a story. Recently, I was at a convention, and after I was done speaking, a fellow comes over to me and says, Rabbi, you got to help me. I'm a doctor. I work in the ER, and I'm around these young, thin nurses all day. I try not to look, but here's my problem. My wife, when we got married, was nice and thin. Now she had her first baby, and she put on some weight. She had a second baby. She didn't lose the baby fat from the first one. She put on some more weight. And she had a third child, and she put on some more weight. She's now 40 pounds overweight. I tried everything. I offered a nutritionist. I offered a personal trainer. I offered everything, and she just won't do it. Rabbi, how do I get it to change? How do I get it to lose the weight? I said to him, young man, you have a choice to make. You either embrace her as she is, or you suffer. I said, I want you to understand something. I've not yet met a woman who looked in the mirror and said, 40 pounds overweight. That's what I've always wanted to be. So here's the question. Why doesn't she just go on a diet, accept the personal trainer, use the nutritionist? What is the problem? And I said to him, don't you understand what the problem is? Change is very difficult. Right now, there's a lot on our plate. 3 kids might be a big part of it, but for whatever reason, right now, she's not going to change. And you have to understand, she wants to change more than you want her to change. But right now, it's too difficult. Right now, it's not going to happen. You have a choice to make. You either embrace her as she is or suffer. You accept her as she is, you'll have an overweight wife, but you'll be happily married. And try to change her, you're going to have an overweight wife, and you're going to have a bad marriage. I said to this woman, don't you understand? That's exactly what's happening here. You're begging your husband to pick up the socks. He's a good guy. He's responsible. Why doesn't he just do it? I said to you, understand why he doesn't just do it? And we all have strengths, and we all have deficits. We all have many good talents, many good abilities, and we all have at least one area that we're not quite good at. But when you understand the reason why he is that way is because that's the way Hashem made him. Should he work on it? Yeah, he should be more alert, more aware, but he's never going to be your neat freak that you wish him to be. He's never going to be that person because that's on him. And I said to her, as I said to the physician, you either embrace her as he is or you suffer.